So welcome to another edition of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson. Thanks for joining us. And actually, I'm going to be filming this episode and the next one kind of back to back. So let's just hop right into the news articles we got.
Nintendo announced that the NES Remix games would be bundled together and sold at retail later this year. The news hit during Nintendo's San Diego Comic-Con livestream. NES Remix 1 and 2 were previously only available digitally on the Wii U eShop. Coming this holiday season, both will be bundled together as a single package. No price was given during the stream. However, more details will surely be announced as we draw closer to the holiday season.
Now, I'm sure there's probably some people out there that have tried these NES Remix that they released for the actual Wii U shop or whatever, the virtual console. And it is nice to actually have a retail copy of them so that people can try them that don't have access to the internet. But from the stuff that I've seen from images and videos, this does look fun. This looks like something that'll be bought out, since I think it's going to be released around the holiday time. It probably will be sold out.
Sony has moved around some dates in its movie schedule, making room for Nathan Drake's big screen debut. Sony announced today it will be releasing the film adaptation of Naughty Dog's action series on June 10, 2016. That date originally belonged to The Amazing Spider-Man 3, which Sony has now bumped back by 2 years. Spider-Man fans won't be left out in the cold, though, as Sony is planning a Sinister Six film for November 11, 2016. Uncharted director Seth Gordon plans to start shooting in early 2015. Though there's no lead attached to the film yet, the screenplay is currently being written by David Bogerheim. Uncharted will next appear on PlayStation 4 in 2015, and there are hints that it might be the last entry in the series.
Now, I know I've probably stated this before about the Uncharted movie, but right now they say that they have an official release date, which was the original release date for the Amazing Spider-Man 3 movie, but that got pushed back. But yeah, we gotta wait to see how some of these other video game movies turn out first before we can actually really judge how this one's gonna be. I mean, for those of us who have tried the Uncharted games, we know what kind of movie it could be like. I mean, it's going to be similar to like Indiana Jones and maybe some Tomb Raider, and then, you know, knowing the directors and screenwriters, they can probably make it seem like its own little thing.
The Guardians of the Galaxy will be the third playset for Disney Infinity 2.0 Marvel Superheroes. The playset will contain 5 playable characters: Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, Drax, and Groot. It will also support 2 crossover characters new to Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes: Iron Man from the Avengers playset and Nova from the Spider-Man playset. These characters can easily be unlocked by collecting 10 tokens during the campaign. Each crossover character has their own unique missions. Drawn from the movie but also taking many cues from the recent comic series, the playset is all based around nowhere, a giant head belonging to an ancient celestial creature floating in space. In fact, it all takes place in the eye socket. Such is the scale of the place. Of course, all characters carry over into Toy Box mode, where they can interact with all previously released Disney Infinity characters. The Guardians will also figure into one of Toy Box's new structured games called Attack on Isengard, in which Loki opens a series of portals that allow an army of frost giants to invade Odin's palace. The Guardians of the Galaxy playset will be available this autumn, with additional characters set to be announced in the months ahead.
So this was kind of a given, considering that the movie Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out tonight, tomorrow, whatever way you want to put it. And it makes sense that they're gonna have them on the Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes pack. But they announced on here that there's going to be some characters that can cross over into it. Iron Man and Nova, I think. I know I had some issues trying to figure out what they said for the main area for this playset. It's like, it's spelled out nowhere, but it's like, I don't know if that's exactly how it's pronounced. But yeah, I will be interested to see how this actually looks as far as actual playing it and stuff. Because I know I am looking forward to the Marvel Superheroes part of Disney Infinity. I got my version of it reserved for the PlayStation 4.
A crafty Guild Wars 2 player is now questing for nothing but honey. We've seen plenty of custom costumes in MMOs, but this giant version of Winnie the Pooh is easily one of the best. He was last spotted about a month ago in the Heart of Mists, a PvP staging area, indicating he may not be as friendly as he is in the cartoons.
Now, when I found this bit of news, I thought it was like funny and interesting to actually show on here, because there are some actual MMO players out there that play the Guild Wars game, but I'm sure there's probably some out there that remember who Winnie the Pooh is. But yeah, this is a funny little thing with people who actually customize their own gear, who try to look like, you know, old cartoon characters. Me personally, I would have tried maybe like something like Lion-O from the Thundercats. Or maybe, well, I doubt it'd be possible, but like Teddy Ruxpin from The Adventures of Teddy Ruxpin. But yeah, this is a fun little thing. I'm sure, like the article says, it probably hasn't been seen in a while because the player himself or herself either hasn't been on the game in a while or maybe has changed their actual attire.
Pre-order bonuses for Batman Arkham Knight may have surfaced prematurely, thanks to a leaked promotional ad from GameStop. Batman News originally got a hold of the image, offering anyone who pre-orders the final chapter in Rocksteady's saga at the store a DLC pack where you play as Harley Quinn and another in which you take on the role of Red Hood. While we already knew a playable version of Joker's psychotic girlfriend was on the way in Arkham Knight, this is the first time we've heard Red Hood will also join the party, though by the looks of things, only if you pre-order at GameStop. A range of villains have already been confirmed for the title, including Riddler, Penguin, and Two-Face. We also know Harley Quinn is set to appear in the upcoming cinematic chapter to the Arkham cities, and pre-ordering will let you play as her. Kevin Conroy is confirmed to return as Batman, while Troy Baker has strongly hinted he'll once again lend his pipes to voicing Two-Face. Originally due for release later this year, the decision was made to push the title back to 2015, with rumors suggesting it may hit PlayStation 3, Xbox One, and PC on February 24th.
Now, this little article has been out for a little while now. I mean, well, especially about the Harley Quinn being playable, but the whole Red Hood. The whole Red Hood thing is like, you know, that's a sweet little add-on for those of us who actually reserve the game through GameStop. We now have 2 additional things to play with.
Toei Tecmo announced a special 10th anniversary collector's edition for Samurai Warriors 4, exclusively for the PlayStation 4 version. Samurai Warriors 4 Special Anime Pack will be released for the intent of celebrating devoted fans of the series, at a cost of $75. Along with the game disc, it will feature a Blu-ray of an anime titled Samurai Warriors Legend of the Sonata, a CD of the game's official soundtrack, 2 costume pack DLCs, and an edit parts pack which will allow Western-style facial and armor customization. Pre-order bonuses will also be available through GameStop, Amazon, and Best Buy. From GameStop, players can get a Scenario Pack 1, which offers 2 new stages and items for the game. Amazon and Best Buy will offer a Weapons Pack with weapons for more than 25 characters. Samurai Warriors 4 releases on October 24th for PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4.
Now, every time when I want to get a collector's edition or a limited edition or something like that, I always want the actual physical bonuses. Not so much the digital download stuff, but the physical ones. Now with the Samurai Warriors 4 Collector's Edition, we are getting a lot of physical stuff. We are getting the soundtrack. We are getting a Blu-ray with an actual anime on it. And that's some good stuff right there. I mean, especially for fans of the Samurai Warriors games.
Telltale co-founder Kevin Berner confirmed there will be a third season of The Walking Dead during the Skybound Entertainment panel at Comic-Con. As far as plot details or release windows go, he didn't have much to offer. For now, though, you can rest assured the series will continue after you finish up The Walking Dead Season 2.
Now, with The Walking Dead actual AMC series being so successful, it does make sense for Telltale Games to confirm that they are continuing the game series. The only thing that really sucks was how that one Survival Instincts sucked. But knowing the video game companies, they'll probably find some way to make another offshoot Walking Dead game that will hopefully be a lot better than that one. But I am happy to hear that they are continuing the video game series of The Walking Dead. I'm curious to see, you know, what they'll be doing in the future, if they're going to try to bring in any more of the series characters, or if they're going to bring anybody from the video game series into the TV series.
Legendary was at San Diego Comic-Con and brought some new goodies from the upcoming Warcraft movie. Not only did we get a look at the film's logo, but we also got some of its huge props. Blizzard community manager Mika Bashok Whipple took some pictures of two of the props from the film. The shield is a replica of the one appearing in the Alliance crest, and has a companion sword by its side. The Duncan Jones-helmed movie completed filming in May. It's scheduled for release on March 11th, 2016.
So, they have a official logo for the Warcraft movie. Which, when I saw this, it's like, okay, that looks like it makes sense, because the story itself is covering two sides of the Warcraft lore. The Horde and the Alliance. Of course, for some reason, most of the hardcore fans are like, that doesn't look like Warcraft logo. Nobody's gonna like this, blah 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 blah. Shut up! This is a movie version. Not everything has to be the same. Look at the Resident Evil logo. Hell, look at the Resident Evil logo that they've used in the video games. It's been changing too. And then they showed some actual props at, what was this, the San Diego Comic-Con? And these props do look interesting. I mean, you know, it's not like they actually showed somebody, you know, sheathing the sword out and swinging around.
October is starting to thin out as Warner Brothers has announced an earlier release date for Middle-Earth Shadow of Mordor. This leaves October 7th now 2 titles later after Dragon Age Inquisition was delayed until November. This is good news for everyone still releasing on October's first Tuesday. Alien Isolation from Sega, NBA 2K15 from 2K Sports, and NBA Live from EA, Drive Club from Sony, and Project Spark from Microsoft. Middle-Earth Shadow of Mordor will be out on September 30th for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PC.
So the Shadows of Mordor is coming out a week earlier, which does lessen the amount of games coming out on October 7th, which is a good thing, especially for customers' wallets that want to get games on that date. But yeah, this makes it the second game that's moved from that date. It's now Middle-Earth Shadows of Mordor along with Dragon Age Inquisition that moved.
Dragon Age Inquisition was pushed back a month. As a result of the game's delay, BioWare is also delaying Dragon Age Keep, which is what players will be using to bring their data and decisions from Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 over to Dragon Age Inquisition. In a post on a blog announcing the delay, BioWare wrote, "To coincide with the November 18th, 2014 launch of Inquisition, we will also be moving the Keep's launch date. Accordingly, we'll be extending our beta program, meaning there's still plenty of time to get involved with the Keep."
And now it seems Dragon Age Keep is being delayed to coincide with the release of the actual Dragon Age Inquisition, which is said in the article here, is used to figure out your decisions that you made in the previous Dragon Age games. Which is going to be difficult, but I guess kind of handy. I mean, for those getting Dragon Age Inquisition for the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, I mean, all it does is read your previous files from the games, but for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, it's going to be a bit more difficult.
The past weeks have given players a taste of what to expect from Destiny. The beta is now over. For some, it's going to be a long wait for the next 6 weeks. Statements from Bungie. Bungie thanks you for playing. We made some great discoveries on our own. We'll use them to make Bungie a great game for all. Your mission in the Destiny beta is complete. Your next adventure waits on September 9th with the official launch of Destiny. We expect, just as with Alpha, we'll have some interesting stats to share in the upcoming days. Destiny will be out for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 3 on September 9th.
So, yeah, the Destiny beta came to an end. It was a sad sight to see. I was trying to play it within the last couple of hours prior to it being shut down, and there was a lot of connection issues, a lot of actually getting on to some of the areas and getting disconnected. But yeah, it was a big sign that they were shutting it down, so I tried to play as much as I could within the little time that was left, and I think I got into the tower a few times before getting kicked back out. But yeah, it is sad that they shut off the beta, and now we have, geez, what was it, six weeks? Six-ish weeks to wait for the full game, which a lot of people are going to be impatient about. I know me, myself, I have played lots of shooters. The Destiny game felt just like hopping into like a Halo type shooter, but then again, the controls are a lot similar to other shooter games. So as soon as the Destiny beta was finally officially over, I just hopped on over to Borderlands 2 on the PS3, since I was playing it on the PS4.
So it's now time for this week's major new releases. We have Wii Sports Club for the Wii U, Lego Ninjago Nindroids for the Nintendo 3DS and the PlayStation Vita, The Last of Us Remastered for PlayStation 4, Rogue Legacy for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation Vita, Ratchet & Clank Collection for the PlayStation Vita.
So that will do for this edition of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, thank you for watching. And I will have links down below for the Facebook page, and actually that might be it. Yeah, I'll just have a link down below for the Facebook page. A little later on I'll have the separate clips from the show posted up. So until then, bye.